Seen some amazing drivers compete in F1 over the last 25 years, but there have also been some completely useless racers who didn't deserve to drive, and unfortunately I've decided to go through them today because I'm horrible. So let's get straight into it. Number 10, Pastor Maldonado. I'll be clear with this one, Maldonado is talented. He won a race for crying out loud and claimed a GP title, but his erratic driving and incident-filled stint in F1 gave him a villainous reputation. While he may be talented, we didn't see that enough, and there were plenty of other drivers who were more deserving of this seat. Number 9, Patrick Friesacher. I'd actually forgotten about Friesacher's brief attempt at an F1 career, which just shows how disappointing it was. His results in Formula 3000 were encouraging, but his half-season with Minardi in 2005 had little impact on the F1 circuit, and the Austrian was then dropped for sponsorship reasons. Number 8, Narain Karthikeyan. Karthikeyan raced 46 times in F1 and was big news in India. He is best remembered for the huge crash in China and finishing 4th in the US Grand Prix. That's the one where all of the Michelin runners pulled out and only 6 cars were made, by the way. Mediocre results meant he was not retained, but he was returned in 2011 and 2012 with a struggling HLT. 7. Sakon Yamamoto. Yamamoto's feeder career was meh, to say the least, but he still picked up a Super Aguri to race late in the 2006 season. He made sporadic appearances for Spiker in 2007 and HRT in 2010, but his F1 career failed ultimately. Number 6, Ricardo Rossi. During the 1998 season, Murray Walker said people were debating whether Rossi was F1 quality. Martin Brundle replied simply saying it would be a fairly short debate. That sums up things well. Rossi rests for footwork in 1996, being well off his teammate Jos Verstappen. He then attempted the 1997 season opener with a woeful Marco Lola entry and disappointed for Tyrrell in 1998 before moving away from racing. Number 5, Esteban Churo. The Argentine failed to turn heads with his junior series result, but moved up the ladder thanks to a healthy amount of sponsorship. He signed to drive for Minardi in 1998 and became the 3rd youngest F1 driver to ever start. Churo is undoubtedly not ready for F1 and his disappointing season ended with a neck injury after crashing at Japan. Number 4, Luca Badoer. Badoer has had quite a device career with F1, which is surprising considering his lack of results. He raced for Italia in 1993, Minardi in 1995, 40 in 1996, and a brief switch to GT racing before returning to Minardi in 1999. While it was hard to make an impression in those teams, Badoer was regularly beaten by his teammate. He spent most of his top flight career as a test driver for Ferrari and surprised many by being named as the replacement Felipe Massa in 2009, 10 years after his last race. However, he was completely out of depth, and after coming last on both occasions, Giancarlo Fisichella took his place. 3, Gaston Mazecan. Known for being a pay driver, Mazecan enjoyed an underwhelming 2000 with Minardi and a few disappointing races in the following season with Prost. Apparently he was fired by Alain Prost by using a performance clause in his contract. The Argentine failed to set the world alight and was denied a shot of talented youngsters in F1. 2, Taki Inui. He raced 18 times between 1994 and 1925 for Symantec and Footwork, and was set to race in 1996 before sponsorship struggles forced him out. Inui's career is probably best summed up by the fact he is best remembered for being hit by a safety vehicle that was rushing to put out an engine fire. Number 1, Yuichi Aide. Remember him? Aide raced for Super Aguri 4 times during the team's debut season in 2006. He was well off for the pace of his teammate Takuma Sato and got caught up in an incident at San Marino Grand Prix, pitching another driver into the role. He had his FIA Super licence revoked for erratic driving and returned to Japan. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.